Today's word is stupendous.
You need some encouragement.
We really love listening to you guys.
You need some inspiration.
Love your podcast. Wonderfully inspiring as I think about my marriage.
Stupendous marriage encouragement.
You're listening to the Stupendous Marriage Show.
Hey there, welcome to Stupendous Marriage Show. I'm Stu Gray.
Hey, I'm Lisa Gray.
And we're back to regular shows.
Woo!
It's like the fall, and we're done with summer.
It's not fall yet, right? Don't we have another month?
I know, and I was watching national news saying it's going to be hotter in our country this next 2 weeks than it has been forever.
Really?
Well, it's supposed to be record-breaking heat like it has been the past several weeks. So
yeah.
People being hot.
Yeah, I'm kind of over it. I mean, I was thinking about the other day, I was walking outside from a store and kind of in my head whining how hot it was. And I thought, man, we're just whining people. I complain when it's cold. I complain when it's hot. Why can't I just chill out and accept the fact I live in an area of the country that the temperatures and the weather is extreme from one side to the other?
I don't know. I can't help you with that. I have my own issues along those lines. Yes, I don't know.
Yes, you do.
It's hard to be happy with where we are.
That's really the overall theme, I think, is what I was thinking about. But it's really easy in our world to do that. People complain when they work too much, and then complain when they don't have a job, and then they complain when they're not married, and they complain when they're married. And I think as a society, we tend to do that a lot.
Speaking of complaining, if you have a problem with your marriage and you're new to our show, what we do is if you've got a complaint or a question or something going on, you can send us an email on air at stupendousmarriage.com. And what we do is we answer questions as best we can. A lot of times we just kind of talk about our life and how we've dealt with whatever issue might be going on in whatever email is sent to us. And if it doesn't relate exactly, we usually go back and forth and kind of offer insights, tips and tricks and tools and just things that we've learned in our own marriage.
Our heart is to really help as much as we can. We do not have it all together. We still argue and have our own struggles and issues in marriage, but we do love marriage and we love to encourage people in it. And a lot of that is to do with you. You read tons of marriage books and articles and listen to podcasts. Again, because your passion is not only to be stronger and better in our marriage, but also to help others. And so that's really where, when we're speaking during the emails, where our information is coming from. It comes from our own experience. It comes from resources that we have read. And our hope and desire is that when you get done listening to the show, you will have information and tools to be able to be stronger and better in your marriage.
Yeah, we're fellow travelers on this marriage journey along with you. So let's get to our email for today. Hey, Stu and Lisa, do men have a time of the month? There seems to be random times when sexual temptation is more difficult to resist than others, and I'm wondering if this is a thing, or if I'm the only one, or maybe there are other causes. Thanks.
So what was so funny the first time I read this email is time of the month has nothing to do with sex, or being tempted. For women, it's just funny because the framework for women is obviously just a completely different concept and idea, but it is probably really true for women as well that we have ebb and flows with our sexual desires. I know for me, there are times I definitely feel more desire to be with you intimately than other times when I'm, going crazy or being super busy or stressed out or whatever the case may be. So what do you think about this being a guy?
Well, scientifically, there are times when a male's body is different. Testosterone levels go high, they go low, and there are seasons, complete seasons, where testosterone is lower in males. They say that the lowest month usually for males testosterone is April, but then within the month itself, testosterone fluctuates, and it can cause weird moodiness. So there's a similarity kinda to women, but it's not the same. We're not the same as male and female. ours as a guy obviously doesn't have anything to do with, reproduction, because we can still create sperm, we can still have sex, even if our testosterone is low or high. We just may not be as interested. And when our testosterone levels are lower, we do tend to be moody and angry easier and more upset, anxious, depressed, kind of those things. That's when testosterone drops. Now, in recovery circles, there is a phrase that people use when they get tempted. So you don't want to be, or you want to be paying attention when you are in HALT. It's called HALT, and I usually add an S. Hungry, angry, lonely, tired. And then the S, I say stressed or sick. Those are times when you need to watch yourself. Those are times when we tend to be tempted a lot more often. And a lot of times 2 or 3 happen at the same time. You could be hungry and tired and angry, and then it's like, it's like a whammy. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, you're tempted over here, and it can really hit you pretty hard. So yes, testosterone levels up and down. And sure, I can understand why it would seem like there's a time in your life where you feel like you're more tempted sexually because maybe your testosterone is lower or it is higher, and maybe you are angry or you are feeling lonely or you are stressed out, and then the temptation goes really brightly in your peripheral vision, if you will. And it's at those times when you need to pay attention a whole lot more and just acknowledge it. A lot of times just going, hey, I'm in this place right now. It's putting a name on it. It's saying, hey, I am hungry. I am angry. Why am I angry? And just letting it be. And a lot of times when you can acknowledge that to yourself, acknowledgement is the first step. And then maybe you say it to someone, oh, honey, I am kind of upset about this. I'm feeling lonely. We haven't been in each other's space for a while. And so I'm just feeling this heightened sense of something. Maybe that's helpful.
I completely agree with you. I think women also have those same experiences where we get hungry. I know I literally get hangry, when I am upset. I guess for me, I don't think I'm necessarily tempted sexually. You know what I mean? I'm not tempted sexually when I'm in those places. So I don't know what I would be when I'm in those places, what my body would be doing and where my mind would go with temptation. I do know it has a lot to do with awareness in general, what you said. Like, it's so easy when our life is moving so quickly, whether it's work and home and family, whatever's coming at us, to not think about where we are in the moment and just to constantly react instead of making ourselves stop and go, whoa, wait a minute, what's happening around me? There are so many different things right now coming at me. Maybe I need to take a pause and make sure that I'm taking care of myself and I'm connected with my spouse and I'm not letting life get the best of me.
Is there something you go to, though, when you are hungry, angry, lonely, tired, stressed, any of those, heightened emotions or anything like that? It may not be sex for you, but what is your thing that your habit or your thing that you kind of go? Is it food? Is it candy bars? Is it, because I don't know. I don't even know if we've talked about that.
Yeah, I think it would probably be food, something food related, maybe shopping sometimes sometimes I'll just like, oh my gosh, I just need to take a break and go shopping. And what's funny is most times when I go shopping, I don't buy anything.
Yeah, sure.
It's just the experience of
scene or something.
Going in the store and touching things and being like, ooh, that's pretty. And most times my mind catches up with itself and I talk myself out of buying anything anyways. But sometimes it just breaks the routine and breaks up the constant schedule of people needing me, whether it's work, people needing me, our son, you, church, family. Just like stopping for a minute and taking a break sometimes helps me.
The reason I asked is those of us in recovery have this little secret. And the little secret is we all have different things that we tend to do when we're trying to play God. When we're trying to control everything that's in our life, some of us go to sex, some go to drugs, some go to alcohol, some go to eating, some go to XYZ, some go to overworking. Whatever the thing is, we all have this thing where we try to control everything that happens in our life. It is being human, pretty much. And the recovery movement has started in alcohol and it's grown to other types of places in different types of ways. But the secret is we all try to play God. And it may not be in these quote unquote huge sinful areas, but we all try to do this. So if we can all pay attention to when we're hungry, angry, lonely, tired, and other things, surrender these things, pay attention, name the things that you're having problems with, confess them to other people, life works better because we can't control what happens to us.
One of the things I loved about this question is him saying, if I'm the only one, I'm wondering if this is a thing or if I'm the only one. And man, I think so many times, no matter what you might put in the beginning of the sentence, no matter what question you might have about yourself personally or about your marriage, it is so easy to think, I'm weird, I'm odd, nobody else is going through that. And I just don't think that is the case for 99% of the things that might be happening in your life. And if you are in a place right now where you're feeling like you are the only one, you're the odd one out because you are going through this thing that's emotional or physical, spiritual, you are not alone. Like so many of us in life have struggles. I mean, we are all broken. We are all dealing with stuff. Nobody's perfect. It's okay. It's okay to speak out. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to go, hey, am I the only one going through this? Because chances are you are not. So I appreciated this listener really thinking about that. Like, am I the only one? And then asking that question.
Well, it's good to be back talking about emails again. Thank you so much for this email, and we would love to hear yours on air at stupendousmarriage.com if you've got a question. You know what, I was thinking about this. We've all got our devices now that we carry with us, and each of them have voice memo apps on them. If you want to shoot us a voice memo via email, that would be awesome. We'd love to hear your question that way. Again, the email on air at stupendousmarriage.com.
And you could even text that voice memo to 615-592-1060. That is our direct phone number. And that way we can, if it's easier for you, like to kind of think out loud like we do instead of typing it out, you can send that to us and we might just answer your question on the show.
Talk to you next time.
Bye.